Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to present juicy sentence protocol in high school class. So, sentence. We are choosing this sentence from this article from a history class. And the grade level is high school students as we present in our title. So, why we are using the juicy sentence protocol to teaching the sentence? Basically, juicy sentence protocol is chunking. We can see this sentence is long and difficult, so it will be hard for students to understand and comprehend. However, with juicy sentence protocol, we can separate them into chunks, like this small chunks. We can see we separate the long sentence into several small chunks. So after we separate them into small chunks, it will be easier to read and we can understand each chunk at a time. So, for example, the first one was the ratification of the Acts of Union in 1801. For this one, we can know like this chunk starts with the beginning of a prepositional phrase with a with, and also the students may not understand what is the Acts of Union in 1801. So we actually have some discussion questions for students to exchange their ideas and understand what does that mean. For example, who signed the act? Were both countries supportive or happy about the union? So with all those discussion questions and explanations, students will be clear to understand the small chunks. After they understand each chunks, they will have better understanding of the whole sentence. Okay, this is the importance of juicy sentence protocol. Let's welcome Harry to give us the demo of this juicy sentence protocol.
Okay, start with learn the target sentences in a more comprehensive way. Teacher always will start with reading the target sentences for modeling the pronunciation and etc. So students will read the sentence 2 or 3 times to familiar with the target sentence structure. Start with the sentence chunking. We may include the question like discussion questions, convey the meanings in each small categories, for example, vocabularies. In the first chunk, we ask a question like, what does a ratification mean? In other chunks, we also ask similar questions like, what does effectively mean? Students will have a short discussion about the meaning with their peers, then they conclude the meaning altogether. For other small categories, we also focus on punctuations, phrases, whole sentence structures, and such. So by breaking down the target sentence into a small category, students will learn each small chunk more comprehensively, and also they can go back to learn the connection between the whole target sentence after completing the chart. So students could share their response with the whole class, and then teacher will allow the students to read the sentence one more time. They will think about what does it, by breaking the small chunk, the relation with the whole target language. Finally, teacher also asks the students questions like, what do you notice by when learn the target sentence in small chunk? Do you find it easier or difficult? And then it may also help students to learn the text in a better, comprehensive method. So to conclude our juicy sentence protocol, Jing also will give a short conclusion.
Okay, so Harry gave us a demo just for this chunk. So for other chunks, the students will also do the same thing. as we can see. At the end, after the students understand the language, the sentence by putting them into small chunks, the teacher may ask students to use this like sentence structure or vocabulary to make up sentence using it. So make use of what they just learned. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all for our juicy sentence practical demo. Thank you.
Thank you.